run in the Peter Pan Stakes, and there was a big roar from the crowd when that course announcement was made. Ray Hadley, there'll be a fat old deduction for bets on the winner.
Certainly the case, John. He's odds on the tote and in the ring. Unfortunately, I can't bring you a tote update right now because the tote board with $500,000 in the win pool hasn't changed, with still showing Imperial Baron in. I can tell you that the Victorian horse Drought will probably start favourite now, just in front of Gallery Level, and the prices I just can't bring you because the tote board hasn't reacted to that scratching of Imperial Baron. Tappy?
OK, Ray, now it's a little premature for that, but it'll be a fairly healthy old deduction, I'd imagine. Now, they're just about set for the $50,000 Peter Pan Stakes. They're under starters' orders, and the starters coming over to release them. They can win from wide gates here because they've got a beautiful run of about 500 metres to the first turn. Brian Mayfield-Smith has another couple in the race, and they're off now. Drought didn't begin all that well. He might have missed it slightly. Luskin Galaxy first out. Gallery Level began well, and now Scott's Lane slipped up on the inside to go to the front on settling down. Royal Real prominent. Now Drought has pushed through to be about sixth on the inside when they get going. Our Henry trapped out deep, and then Billy Asset and Hader Prince, followed by Tristram the Barossa Imperial Majesty. Trumped Ace is well back with Superior Vintage, and dropping out to be last is Atari at the 1,000 mark in the Peter Pan, and Scott's Lane went to the lead under a very big hold, led by 3/4 of a length to Luskin Galaxy. A length away, Our Henry bustled up into third place, but he's still three deep. And then Royal Real on the inside of Urbane, followed by Billy Asset. At the head of the others came Gallery Level, midfield on the outside of Drought from the Barossa, and then Hader Prince, and well back in the field came Tristram, then Trumped Ace and Imperial Majesty from Superior Vintage, and back at the tail is Atari. Up to the turn with about 500 to go, Scott's Lane with the inside running shared the lead with Luskin Galaxy. Three deep is Our Henry, right around them Billy Asset, right off the track then the Barossa, and then Hader Prince as they turn for home, and Gallery Level about to get into the clear. In the straight, Royal Real is ducked through in the middle to join these leaders. Gallery Level joining in, Billy Asset running a bit of a race at the 200 though, and Gallery Level put his head in front of Royal Real, Billy Asset, the Barossa and Hader Prince running on strongly. Little Gallery Level got clear with 100 to go though. In second place, Billy Asset, Drought bursting through in the middle. He's coming home far the better. Drought finished brilliantly, and Drought got up to win from Hader Prince. Billy Asset, Gallery Level stopped very quickly in the last bit, and then Atari, which came from last, followed by the Barossa, and then Royal Real, Imperial Majesty, Tristram, Superior Vintage, Urbane, Luskin Galaxy, Trumped Ace and Scott's Lane, and Our Henry pulled up with the tail enders in the Peter Pan of 86. Ooh, Drought. He must have been held up for a run behind that pack of leaders. The split didn't come until 40 or 50 metres out when he suddenly saw daylight, and he just, 1 minute there was no sign of him. A stride later he was there. Look at him come through here on the inside of Billy Asset. Gee, I thought Gallery Level was home when he drew clear, but he got quite weary in the last bit, and Drought just swept past him. Hader Prince on the outside made a lunge at Drought, but you'll find Drought has lasted to win it narrowly over Hader Prince, and Billy Asset running a big race at big odds for Rosehill trainer Dick Ubrine. Well, what price Gallery Level about there? Where he stormed to the lead. There's Billy Asset in the pink and lilac colours, Hader Prince in the yellow. Further out, the Barossa just sneaking into camera's range, or sneaking out of it again now. Now, what's for Drought? This beautiful big colt, trained by Johnny Marr in Melbourne, by Crested Wave out of Petronia, and carrying the colours of last year's Melbourne Cup winner, What a Nuisance. Drought, through he goes, heads Gallery Level. Billy Asset and Hader Prince wide out on the track, but Drought's no number up as yet. You'll find he's won narrowly. OK, let's see what Kenny Callender's got to say about race 5 today.
In the first leg of the Daily Double this afternoon, the two horses that seem to appeal to the punters are number 1 Indian Raj and number 2 Federalism. Well, I'm going to take risks with both horses. I think Indian Raj is one of those horses. He promises a lot, but he doesn't always deliver. And with young Ray Silburn on him from an inside alley, there's a chance he could strike trouble as he did last start. And Federalism, well, I think he keeps his place in the market because he's owned by Mark Reed. I think a few bookies are betting the owner and not the horse. And I don't think Federalism is quite as good as the raps on him either. The horse I like is TAB number 4 Cosmic Kingdom, who first up from a spell was most impressive in beating Targlish at Canterbury. Now this horse last time in was a little immature. He's obviously come back stronger, and I think he'll be first when they greet the judge, and he won't be silly odds.
Righto, Ken. 7, 6, 10, the official numbers on the Peter Pan Stakes. There's Johnny Marshall on that beautiful big colt Drought, returning to scale. Second, number 6, Hader Prince. Third, number 10, Billy Asset. Ken's picked Cosmic Kingdom in race 5, and you'll see that live at 2:50. A break now on Wide World of Sports. Money on quite a number of runners in the race. Let's check the win tote approximates with Ray Hadley.
Thank you, John. The three that they want, really, the top one, Indian Raj, then Federalism and Chulada, around 3-1 each of three. Now, Indian Raj at 13-4. Federalism is just the favourite on the tote, 11-4. Cosmic Kingdom at 10-1. Empire Rose, 30s. Chulada, the other one in commission at 3s. Springer Wing, 20s. Grey Ace, 12s. Royal Samurai, a last start winner of the Grey Stars handicap at 40-1. Gov, 100. Grey Camus, 80s. Bay Dorica, 60s. Kenzai, 40. Snuffed Out, 100-1. Fragilistic, 100. Black Cartel, 25. And the other one down the bottom, John, at 200-1.
Okay, mightn't be as balmy and mild outside as I think. Ray looked a bit cool there, standing on his bookmaker stand, presenting those tote odds. Even though they're shown on a betting board, they are win tote odds. Now, Empire Rose, the last one to move in, the big mare, huge mare by Sir Tristram. Steady down and they're off and running, and towards the outside, Springer Wing in the all-pink is about the first out, jumping away well, Black Cartel. Grey Comus near the inside, slipping through to join those leaders, followed by Indian Raj, Royal Samurai, and Cosmic Kingdom not far away today, trapped out a bit deep now. Grey Ace, whose rider's going up closer to the lead. Chulada pulling hard behind the leading pack, and they were followed after a gap by Bay Dorica. The big mare Empire Rose is getting between horses to be midfield, and then Gov and Fragilistic, Kenzai and Snuffed Out, and back towards the tail, Federalism inside the 1,000 metres mark, and Springer Wing led by a length to Grey Ace, a length to Grey Comus. Black Cartel on the outside in fourth spot, and about 2 lengths to Indian Raj, and then Cosmic Kingdom. Further back, Bay Dorica, followed by Royal Samurai. Empire Rose pulling a bit in the middle stages. Chulada on the outside, Fragilistic moving up. Well back then is Corny, followed by Kenzai, Federalism, and back towards the tail, Gov and Snuffed Out as they come to the turn with 500 left to run. The leader is Springer Wing. Grey Ace second, Grey Comus third, Black Cartel fourth on the outside, followed by Indian Raj. At the head of the others, Bay Dorica, and then Cosmic Kingdom, who's had a pretty good run, and the big mare Empire Rose is well back as they straighten for the run in. Grey Ace on the outside has now pounced on Springer Wing to go to the lead. Indian Raj wants to run about a bit, but he's coming into it now, and here's Cosmic Kingdom. Cosmic Kingdom on the outside has loomed up to hit the front. Cosmic Kingdom took the lead 100 metres out, and he's going to sprint away now, and he'll win it very easily. Cosmic Kingdom came away to win easily over Indian Raj. Third, Grey Ace. Empire Rose, the big girl, has run fourth. Federalism made up a ton of ground. Then Bay Dorica, Chulada, Snuffed Out, Grey Comus. Then Black Cartel, Kenzai, Fragilistic and Gov. Well back in the field came Royal Samurai and Corny, one of the last in. And the early leader, Springer Wing, has beaten only a couple home. Easy win, that. That trotted in. Cosmic Kingdom, ridden by Bruce Compton. Trained by Paul Sutherland on the New South Wales TAB to pay, remarkable really, $4.85 and $1.40. They took a real set against it. Cosmic Kingdom, a brilliant winner last start at Canterbury. And that was his first run in about 5 months, so he had to be better for it. And better he was. There he is going to the line, pricking the ears, thank you, right on the winning post to score easily. Now, our next telecast race will be the 7th. And that's the Rosehill Cup at 4 o'clock. Let's see what Ken Callender thinks of it.
In the Rosehill Cup Race 7, there's plenty of chances here, but I've finally settled on Tierra Wrist. He'll probably be the top hope in the betting, but he won't be at a silly price. I'd imagine he'll be around about 3-1. Tierra Wrist has won his last 2 starts at Canterbury and Warwick Farm, and I feel he's much better suited at the 2,000 metres of today's race than he has been in those 2 wins at 1,200 and 1,600. He'll need a bit of luck. He's drawn wide, and Philip Mercer, the New Zealand jockey, will need to be right on his mettle to get him into a good spot early. But in a very open race, I'm going for number 5, Tierra Wrist, to beat number 6, Lance Lotto.
OK, Ken, and we'll see you again at 4 o'clock for the running of the Park Royal Rosehill Cup. Right now, an important break on Wide World of Sports. Dangerous time. That transition for that horse today up to 2,000 metres. That cloud has rolled by at Rosehill, and the sun's peeping through now as the runners parade behind the barrier stalls for this $30,000 event. Ray, what are they backing on the tape?
John, a pretty wide market really from the top. Fixed the date at 4-1. Now Sir Zephyr at 20s, Calaboose at 14-1. An interesting runner is number 4, Sir Vigilant, having its first start since March when it was placed at weight for age behind a bit like her in New Zealand. Tierra Wrist at 15-4. Lancelotto 11 to 2, Rising Fear at 9 to 1, Social Cream 20s, Petrus at 10s, has been backed in the ring, Bo Jacob 100, St Tristram at 60, Madalena 20s, Lady Nuga 25 to 1, Lingalonga is at 80 to 1, Ex Parte at 50s, and Lady of Ross down the bottom there, Tappy at 100 to 1 in a fairly wide market.
Righto, Raymond. Now, there's the official stationed on the turn out of the straight, lifting the white flag aloft, which is an indication to on-course patrons that the runners are moving into the gates. Now, when they jump, he lowers the flag, and there's a split second or two to elapse before the runners come into clear view. Interesting runner, Rising Fear, part-owned and trained by our good friend Larry Pickering. Rising Fear was one of the finds of the winter season in the staying races because he ran second in the Derby in Queensland to the champion Handy Proverb, and then proved it was no fluke with an excellent third in the Brisbane Cup behind Marlon and Fox Seal. He was eased up after that. He had a little freshener and has had one run since that freshener. Now the flag's down, here they come. Racing into view, and the leader, Lady Nuke, over Ex Parte, whose rider's keen to lead. He bustled up and went to the front going over that crossing. Sir Zephyr running third, followed by Lancelotto, Social Cream, and then the NZ Sir Vigilant on the inside. Tierra Ristas trapped out a bit deep in the run to the first turn, and Philip Mercer is in two minds at the moment. Rising Fear's even wider going to the first corner. At the head of the others, Calaboose, and well back Lingalonga with Bo Jacob. St Tristram fixed the date, followed by Madalena. Second last in the event is Petrus, and the grey mare Lady of Ross has tailed off. Gee, the pace is solid. Ex Parte in front down the back by a half length on Sir Zephyr. A length and a half further back, Lancelotto on the inside of Tierra Rist, and parked out three deep, Rising Fear. About 2.5 then to Lady Nuke on the inside of Calaboose, and 2 to Social Cream. A length away, Lingalonga moving around Sir Vigilant, followed at the head of the others then by Bo Jacob at the 1,000 mark, and then fixed the date, who's well back with St Tristram. Madalena third last, Petrus second last, and Lady of Ross just can't keep in touch at the moment as they come around the top turn and go to the 800. Ex Parte about a neck on Sir Zephyr. Rising Fear's covered a bit of ground. He's out three deep on the outside of Tierra Rist. Lancelotto wanted to drop the bit. He's given a cut with the whip now. 2 lengths away came Calaboose, followed by Lady Nuke, Social Cream. A gap to Sir Vigilant, Bo Jacob losing ground, and then Petrus, St Tristram well back in the field, fixed the date as they come to the turn, followed by Madalena about to straighten up, and look at him fan on the corner. Calaboose around the field, 5 deep, is about to go up into second place. Sir Zephyr's in front as they turn over Calaboose on the outside. Tierra Ristas coming through in the centre. Further out, Bo Jacob getting another go on and fixed the date, looking for a split in the centre. He's squeezing through there, fixed the date. Petrus is also joining in. Fixed the date, got the gap. He's dived through to grab the lead over Bo Jacob and Petrus, and fixed the date is careering away in the last bit. He's going to win the Rosehill Cup easily. Fixed the date, beat Petrus, Bo Jacob third, then Madalena, Social Cream, Tierra Rist, who went for 50 yards in the straight. Calaboose likewise, and then Sir Vigilant, Lancelotto, Lingalonga, Sir Zephyr, Lady of Ross, St Tristram, Rising Fear, and Lady Nuke and Ex Parte, the two joint tail enders over the line in the Cup. Fixed the date, an easy winner. Once that split came, he drove him through and said, ta-da. 56 kilos on his back, but he's going better than he's ever gone in his life. Fixed the date. He's putting together good run after good run, and today he was rewarded for being beaten here the other day in one of the closest photo finishes we've ever seen, you might recall, by Rajamar. He was beaten half an inch that day. Fixed the date, Jim Cassidy has won the Rosehill Cup on the New South Wales TAB, $2.75 and $1. The horse is a 5-year-old, a brown gelding, and is by Swashbuckler out of Bride Elect, raced by S&M Fox Investments. So congratulations to Millie Fox, who's probably not at Rosehill today, but is nearly certain to be watching us on Wide World of Sports. Ken Callender, what do you think of the last race, old son?
Well, in the last, Zip Home's all the rage, but I think he's going to be a silly quote too. Mick Dittman and Tommy Smith trained. He'll certainly be hard to beat, and he'll certainly be motoring home. But I'm going to go for a horse that'll be up there all the way. TAB, number 5, Pick a Poet, to be ridden by Ron Quinton. There's a great human interest story in Pick a Poet. As a young horse, he developed a problem.
15.55, 3:15. 15.